The Longing, a poem in 7 stages. My heart, my soul, my spirit, myself, my breath has a thirst. I have a longing within me that I cannot define. I wake up with it. I go to sleep with it. I try to distract it. I try to feed it, yet it does not go away. An undefined wish, a wish for satisfaction, a wish for happiness, a wish for wholeness, a wish for immortality, for everlasting bliss. A wish to overcome suffering, loneliness, and separateness, and to live in eternal peace. A longing for truth, for oneness, a boundaryless, all-pervading, all-compassionate, unconditionally present and loving oneness. A longing for my very self, a longing for God. A longing for my very self, a longing for God. But where is God? Who is God? I seek God, but I do not know God. To know God, I must find God. I must make God. So I fashioned this God. I fashioned this God I long for out of my own experiences. The ideal shape of who I imagine myself to be. My small, limited, illusory self aspires for its greatest ideal, the greatest this small self can ever imagine, the highest it can ever reach, the mightiest it can ever be. I can only create the qualities of which I know, those I have been passionate about my whole life, those for which I suffer and for which the pain I endure. Qualities I fashion out of this dense, manifest, material world of form and shape. Qualities of I. God is but my ego, aspiring to be a God. A fixed idea of myself I look up to with fear and reverence. The God I seek is none other than myself, my limited, illusory, finite, and lowly, separate self. Yet this God ideal does not bring me relief. On the contrary, it only brings me suffering and pain, an eternal hollowness that goes stronger every day, an unsatisfied desire that can never be fulfilled. I strive to create this God. I strive to satisfy this God. I worship this God. I fear this God. I pray to this God, and I demand from this God. I love this God, and I hate this God. Yet, I never find this God. For this is not God. God is not an idea. This is not God. God is not an idea. God is dead. The truth cannot be contained by the ego. Unless I free myself from this God, I will never find God. My longing increases, and I wallow and stagger in pain. Finally, it dawns upon me. I see glimpses of the truth. It is not the God ideal that stands in my way. It is this limited, illusory I, the made-up I of fantasy and dream. This I must be transformed, annihilated. This I must die. For the longing to ever be satisfied, the I must die before death itself. Everything I believe must be smashed, renounced, relinquished, sacrificed on the altar of truth. A dark night of fear and panic ensues. Who will I be? What will I become? What lies behind the veil of darkness, the terrorizing horror of death? But I cannot take it anymore. The I, with all its fears and desires, must die. Until the heart breaks down, breaks through, breaks open, until the light shines from within. Only then does the self give way to true awareness. Luminous sources behind matter and form shine through. Behind the darkness of the little death, access to truth emerges. Insight, serenity, wisdom, compassion, and true love. Instead of the idealized image of an illusory God, mental constructs built by the lowly self, I gain access to the attributes of the true source of being. Though I thought surrender means weakness and brokenness, I discover instead, through surrender, a greater source of power and strength. Instead of forms, I see the wisdom behind the forms. The light gleams from between the cracks of my ego. Wakefulness ensues, darkness recedes. I have done well. I have done well to die to the lower self. I rejoice in the beauty of wisdom, of knowing, of insight. I read the poetry of creation in the magnificence of the patterns of the universe, and I express it in science and in art, in number and in verse. I am proud at how great my surrender has been. I was so brave to allow the I to die. And I have sympathy on those still lost in illusion. I wish I could help them, but it is beyond my hand. They are confused, and only they can help themselves. I must cherish the gifts of my new rebirth. I am blessed, I am chosen, I am favored, and for the sacrifice I made, this favor I truly deserve. Yet the emptiness returns. Or has it ever left? Though my surrender was great, it seems it was not enough. A new challenge appears, greater than ever before. I may be bedazzled by the beauty of insight and wisdom, yet my suffering is deeper. It goes all the way to my core. It is true that the material suffering has demised the suffering of want, of deficiency, of need, the suffering of pleasure and of pain, yet a tormenting existential suffering takes its place. The longing is stronger than ever before. It threatens to shatter me. I have never felt so afraid. But I have surrendered my I. What else must I surrender? I am lost. I am bewildered. My sense and insight are driving me insane. Woe to me and my arrogant knowing. What do the meek and ignorant know of my pain? While they enjoy their bliss of ignorance, I suffer the torment of wisdom. I pay the price of being sane. I have surrendered, and I know I have surrendered, but it is knowing itself that I must surrender. I must surrender my surrendering itself. I must surrender my act of surrender. I must surrender the thought of my surrender. I must surrender that I that surrenders. I must die once again. I must die once again. A greater and more frightening death, the death of my mind, the death of my soul. Again, the limited self must be transformed, annihilated. I must die once more before death itself. Everything I believe must be smashed, renounced, relinquished. All must be sacrificed on the altar of truth. Another dark night of fear and panic ensues, darker than ever before. Who will I be? What will I become? What lies behind the veil of darkness, the terrorizing horror of death? It is the I that has carried me this far, but now it is this I that I know must die. I surrender my I. I surrender my surrendering. I surrender my soul. And when all is surrendered, when all is surrendered, when I thought that all is lost, I must surrender some more. Then, when I thought all is gone, comes a light like never before. I find myself standing outside, standing in front of a luminous door. And the light of the beloved seeps from the door, from a front, from behind, from within, from the without. The light is everywhere. I can handle no more. The light of the beloved fills my heart with warmth and love, and with a longing like I have never felt before. I am captivated, love-stricken, enchanted, spellbound. I am drunk with obsession and infatuation and fixated on my fascination. Everywhere I look, there is only the scent of the beloved. I bathe in the beloved's glory. I am lost in the beloved's dream. God is not in some place, nor some time, nor some building, nor some temple, nor some book. God is not in some place, nor some time, nor some building, nor some temple, nor some book. I need no vehicle, nor conduit to reach God. God is everywhere. God is everywhen. God is everyone. God is my beloved. God is love. I am in love with love. And my beloved is pure love. But the love is so much that now my heart is ailing and aching with love. I am dizzy and I'm going mad from love. The beloved is so close, yet never has love been so far away. The closer I get, the further the beloved seems to be. I feel I can touch my love, smell, breathe, feel my love. But why is it that I cannot reach my love? I am burning in love. I am dying from love. I want to be in the arms of the one I love. I knock and knock, yet the door does not open. Open for me, my beloved. I cry in agony. I am love stricken. I am love sick. Death is more merciful than this unfulfilled love. My pain grows stronger. My longing, my longing, my longing for the beloved is all that matters now. I want you. I need you. I love you. Why, my beloved, do you abandon me? Why have you forsaken me? Why do you reject me? Let me in your arms, my love. I fall into despair, into darkness, into a darkness like never before. I have surrendered all I so believed for the sake of love. What else must die? Nothing remains but me and you, my beloved. Nothing remains but me and you, my beloved. It is me. It is I, my love. It is me. It is I, my love. Poor, foolish lover. Poor, foolish lover. It is thyself you love, not I. What must die is any remaining trace of an I. How can you find your true love when who you truly love is not I? You still hold on to your I. How can you hope to be in the arms of I? There is no me and you wretched fool. There is only I. Surrender your I, for only then will be I. Through my darkness and pain, through my suffering and agony, through my longing for love, I surrender all that is left of me. I surrender I. And into the darkest night, the abyss of pure annihilation, I die. For you, my beloved, there can be no room for I. For you, my beloved, there can be no room for I. For I am you, and you are I. Your divine presence was always me, was always I. It was always you, looking through my eyes, listening through my ears, whispering in my heart, running through my veins, calling me from the deepest core, guiding me through the darkest nights. I was longing for you. You were longing for me. All along, I was longing for I. I am no longer. There is no I. Yet through annihilation of I comes a resurrection, a rebirth of I, a final rebirth, a coming home to find out that I was always home. There is no death. There is no sacrifice. There is no longing. There is no love. There is only you. There is only I. belonging. Breathe deeply, slowly. Exhale slowly. Embody if you are in right now. Embrace your feelings. Embrace the divine. And slowly, slowly take your time and come back to the room.